Welcome to today's video. In this video, we will explore some interesting and surprising facts about dogs, those loyal four-legged friends who are always by our side. Whether you are a dog lover or just curious to learn more about this amazing creature, you definitely won't want to miss the information that you may not have known before. Let's uncover the secrets that dogs are hiding. If you find this video fascinating and want to continue exploring more exciting things about the world of our four-legged friends, don't forget to click the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any future videos. Did you know that dogs also have belly buttons? That's right, although it's not easy to spot, dogs do have a small scar on their body, a sign of the umbilical cord. It's not like ours, but it still exists under the fur, just below the rib cage. Although it's just a small detail, it proves that all living creatures share some basic common traits, no matter how different we are. Speaking of life expectancy, have you ever wondered why larger dogs tend to live shorter lives than smaller ones? It's not because they are less healthy, but because they grow so quickly in their early years. The bodies of larger dogs have to work hard to keep up with their rapid development, and this can make them more susceptible to health issues, like cancer or heart disease. And when we talk about the diversity of dogs, did you know there are over 300 different dog breeds in the world? Each breed has its own unique traits and has been developed by humans over thousands of years to serve specific purposes, from hunting to being wonderful companions. Breeds like Galgos, Terriers, and St. Bernards each has its own special characteristics that humans have developed to meet practical needs. Dogs truly are not just our companions, but also our reliable assistants in important tasks. So, have you ever wondered why dogs have whiskers? These whiskers aren't just a simple physical feature, they are actually incredibly useful tools. They act as sensors, helping dogs detect the slightest changes in their environment, from feeling the wind to recognizing objects in tight spaces. Imagine that a dog's whiskers are like a natural sensor, helping them move more confidently in the dark. Here's an interesting fact you might not know. Some dog breeds, like the Chow Chow, have blue tongues. This rare trait occurs due to a buildup of melanin in their tongues. However, if your dog's tongue suddenly changes from its usual pink color to blue, it could be a sign of a health issue. So, don't hesitate to take them to the vet if you notice any unusual changes. Dogs also don't see the world the same way we do. A common belief is that dogs only see the world in black and white, but the truth is, they can see colors, though not as vividly as humans. Dogs can distinguish between blue and yellow, but they have difficulty seeing red or green. That's why toys that are blue or yellow tend to attract their attention more easily. Have you ever wondered why dogs seem to dislike thunderstorms? Dogs have an extraordinary sense of perception that we can't even imagine. Before a storm arrives, dogs can sense changes in air pressure and hear low-frequency sounds that are inaudible to us. This causes them to feel anxious and stressed. When combined with the sounds of thunder and lightning, it often makes them feel like they're facing something truly frightening. Dogs can also speak to us in their own way. One common behavior is when dogs lift one of their front paws before urinating. This isn't just a natural action but also a way for them to mark their territory. This act helps them assert dominance and distinguish themselves from other dogs. It shows that dogs are not only emotional creatures but also highly strategic and intelligent in their communication. Another fascinating thing many people don't know is that dogs can dream just like we do. When dogs sleep, they go through deep sleep and REM stages, during which they can dream about adventures, games, or even happy moments from their day. You might see them twitching or moving their legs while asleep, and this could indicate that they're chasing something in their dreams. Have you ever thought about how dogs communicate with each other through scent? When dogs urinate, they're not just relieving themselves, they're also leaving a message for other dogs. The scent in their urine contains information about their gender, age, and even their health status. Dogs use this scent to recognize each other and talk. So, their walks aren't just simple outings, they're an important part of the complex social life that dogs engage in. Dogs also have some very special behaviors that we sometimes don't fully understand. Have you ever seen your dog suddenly stop in the middle of a walk, stand still, and stare in one direction? This is an instinctive hunting behavior from their ancestors. Breeds like pointers or setters were trained to stand still when they spotted prey. Even though your dog might not be a professional hunter, it still retains this reflex, which is why you might notice your dog stopping, with one front paw raised, as if saying, "I've found something." Another interesting behavior is when dogs run like crazy sometimes. This is a way for them to release excess energy. When a dog runs around wildly, it's often a display of joy and excitement. These bursts of energy not only help them satisfy their need for exercise, but also show their sense of freedom, happiness, and joy in life. If you pay attention, on beautiful mornings when you let your dog off the leash, they may zoom off like the wind. It's a wonderful moment where they're fully immersed in the present. You've probably also noticed that every time you look into your dog's eyes, you see unconditional loyalty. This isn't by chance, but rather a deep bond between dogs and humans built over thousands of years. Dogs are not just companions, they are protectors, listeners, and sometimes irreplaceable friends in our lives. You can feel the love in their eyes, and that's part of why dogs are so in tune with human emotions. When you see your dog lick your hand or rest their head on your lap, it's not just an adorable gesture, it's how they express affection and love. These actions reflect something dogs learn from a young age. They show love through caring for and being close to you. It's a way for them to feel safe and loved, just as we seek warmth and comfort from our loved ones. You may not have noticed, but just like us, dogs have their own sleeping habits. Dogs often seek a safe place to sleep, whether it's a corner of the room or a quiet spot where they can feel at peace and protected. This instinct comes from their nature, as dogs in the wild would seek safety and protection from danger. That's why you might see them curl up or look for a secluded spot in the house to sleep. One more thing, have you noticed that dogs love to sniff everything? That's right, a dog's sense of smell is one of the most powerful tools they possess. Their noses can detect scents that we can't even smell. Every time a dog sniffs something, they're not just exploring, they're gathering information about the world around them. They can recognize your scent, the scent of other animals, or even the emotions you're experiencing. And have you ever seen your dog sit down and listen attentively? This is when they're trying to interpret signals from their environment. A strange noise, a nearby footstep, or something unusual, they'll focus on those things to assess the situation. They can sense changes in their surroundings that we might miss, helping them react quickly to any potential threat. You've probably heard about how dogs can read human emotions. It's true. Dogs have a special ability to recognize our emotions through our voice, facial expressions, and body language. When you're feeling sad, dogs can sense it and will come over to comfort you. When you're happy, they'll join in on the fun with wagging tails and loving gazes. Dogs can be our best friends, always ready to share in the joys and sorrows of life. Speaking of emotions, Did you know that dogs have unique ways of expressing their feelings? When a dog places its head on your lap or snuggles up to you, it's not just a random gesture, it's how they show absolute trust and a desire to connect. It's their way of saying, "I'm always here with you, no matter what." It's a small but meaningful reminder of how deep and wonderful the bond between humans and dogs can be. Here's something many people don't know: dogs can actually sense changes in our bodies. They can detect when we're stressed, anxious, or even unwell. When your dog approaches you, licks your hand, or simply lies next to you during these times, it's their way of showing concern and wanting to reassure you. Sometimes, our dogs are the most loyal companions, always knowing how to ease our worries with just a glance or a gentle wag of their tail. Speaking of their intelligence, you might be surprised to know that dogs actually understand more than you think. They can recognize words, gestures, and even emotions just by the changes in our tone of voice. When you offer encouragement or gently call their name, dogs feel the love and comfort you're conveying. They're not just simple creatures, they're intelligent companions who often understand us better than we understand ourselves. I'm sure you've witnessed those moments when your dog is so joyful that they can't contain their happiness. They wag their tail and run around in circles. This is how dogs express excitement, joy, and sometimes gratitude. They don't hold back their emotions, they live fully in the moment. And that's one of the wonderful things we can learn from these four-legged friends: living fully, without regrets, and always filled with energy. Sometimes, we also notice that dogs create special routines for themselves. Have you noticed that dogs can have their favorite sleeping spots? It could be under the bed, in the corner of the room, or next to you. These are safe spaces where they feel most at peace. Moments like these remind us that, whether a creature or a human, we all need our own spaces where we can find peace and relaxation after a long day. And have you ever wondered why dogs always want to greet you when you come home? It's a display of their absolute loyalty. No matter where you've been or how long you've been gone, dogs will always wait for you with unchanged joy. That's the unconditional love and loyalty they have for you. When you arrive, their eyes light up, their tail wags excitedly, and sometimes you even hear happy barks. These are all ways they express their happiness when reunited with you. Just like us, dogs can feel sadness or anxiety. But especially when they experience these emotions, they need your comfort and closeness. When you hug them or pet them, that's when they feel the safest and most loved. Dogs are not only loyal friends but also sensitive souls who can sense when you need comfort and encouragement. And have you ever noticed that no matter what you're doing, your dog is always right by your side, like an inseparable companion? Whether you're sitting at work, going for a walk, or even cooking, they always love to be near you, as if saying, "I'm here, ready to share every moment with you." This is the invisible bond that only the friendship between humans and dogs can bring. So, we've explored some fascinating and surprising facts about dogs, the wonderful four-legged friends we hold dear. I hope you've learned some interesting and useful information to better understand these amazing creatures. Dogs are not only loyal companions but also mysterious beings who constantly surprise us. If you enjoyed these discoveries, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you and your four-legged friend lots of happy and meaningful moments together.